Hello there and welcome back to another video of mine. Minecraft obviously is a good game, but nothing is ever perfect. With every update, small problems get solved and missing details get introduced to the game. Just like structures in Minecraft become bigger and more varied with every patch. And because of that, I want to show you 3 ideas for structures that in my opinion should be in vanilla Minecraft. But before we start with the ideas, please consider subscribing if you like these types of videos. And with that, let's begin. As you can see, I'm in a totally normal village. And in the 1.14 Village and Pillage update, villagers obviously got an amazing upgrade to, well, basically everything. But still some things aren't yet explained, so in my case, I just want to show you a little idea of a little port. Because you always see how villagers live in their normal little huts, but you never see how they actually got there. You can also find some villages on islands, but you never see anyone arrive. So this little idea just wants to present how villagers actually settled and came to the land they live on. So of course we have a stone base to make everything level, because the beach or the shore never really is that good for buildings, so I thought you could actually make something like a modern port elevated from the water. Obviously some houses, because, well, it would be wasted space if you don't actually build anything up there, and of course some villagers that actually work here. Don't forget the docks that are down here with some boats. Maybe that could show you in the game how you can actually move across the water for new players that don't know that boats actually exist. So, moving on. Everybody of course knows the beloved Forgotten Mineshaft, but we actually never get an explanation where they came from and how they got built. So this second idea is actually based around the mineshaft, but not a forgotten one, but actually an active mineshaft. So you can see that there's a very long way down, so let's just make our way down there. It's actually quite the long ride down until we get to the level of about 22 or 23, however you want to measure it. As you can tell, there is a little storage area for all the minecarts in this mineshaft, because we always see minecarts scattered around in these mineshafts, but never where they actually came from. And of course this little room is quite near the exit, so you don't have to search for it and have to, well, drag these heavy minecarts with you all the way. Then next up there is a little living area with, for example, a cook to make the food for this whole group, and maybe some other villagers, and here some beds so they can sleep. This version of a mineshaft is made so that everything is actually aligned. Of course it doesn't have to be, but it makes more sense like this. And then there's also every now and then some opened and mined out ores, and of course some light sources. We might as well find some caves that are opened and found through these hallways, because, well, it makes sense if you find a cave, you don't just mine straight along, but rather you try to move further into the cave. Just like I as well tried to make it seem like that over here. Also, we always see villagers trading with their emeralds, but we don't get any information about how they got them. So this idea shows how they mine it and put it in their minecarts to bring them upstairs, and that could actually happen with all the ores. And once they've mined all of that, they could push the minecart along, and I've made another room that goes in here with the minecarts, and there's another exit over there where I just ran past, and this room is a little forge. because this whole ore stuff isn't going to melt itself, and this would be brilliant for some loot and of course some workstations from the villagers. Not to forget, everywhere where an ending to a shaft is, there could also be some TNT, but most importantly there's an hollowed out space, because you want to see how they actually build these. So this is my idea of a new and better improved mineshaft. But the old ones of course don't have to be deleted or replaced, but rather this could be an addition, because villagers still exist, and this could be an excellent explanation to how everything came in place. Also, this would go hand in hand with the upcoming 1.16 cave and cliffs update. Last for this video, but most certainly not least, we are in the end. So everybody knows end cities, and we all know the little ships that dock onto the city. But we never actually see how these ships arrive. And if there are ships near the cities, there's no reason why the ships might not be in the sky itself. So this idea introduces the normal ships of end cities, just, of course, somewhere in the normal end biome. Because, well, there's no reason why it wouldn't be. And also, we can't always expect the captains of these ships to never make mistakes, so maybe there could also be some shipwrecks of these flying ships in these little end forests. These ships obviously are made of these purple blocks that seem very hard and very durable, so I think if this ship would fall down from the sky, it won't actually break, but rather just punch a hole in the floor. So I made it so that everything is actually intact inside that, well, was made out of this block. The chest and everything else like this would fall to the ground, but we could find some loot and of course the elytra, or elytra, I don't know how to pronounce it. But yes, this would be the idea of the shipwrecks of the end. I don't know how to call it. Maybe the Endshipwrecks. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so that's the third and last idea for this video. So if you liked it, please consider subscribing and share it if you liked it and think others might too. Don't forget to like the video, and I would say thank you very much for watching, and with that, goodbye for now.